Today we're going to discuss about solving inequalities. The rule that you need to remember is whenever you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you must flip the sign. So what does this mean? Let us have an example. Our example is 2x plus 4 greater than or equal to 24. So let us begin. Like the equal sign, this is going to be the first thing we are writing down. So to be able to separate your left side from your right side. As you have known already, we need to isolate our variable. And right now our variable is with the 2 and with the 4. So how do we do this? This is the first thing that you can remove. We're going to move it to the other side. Therefore, what is left on this side is 2x. This will be 24. Sign stays the same because you did not move it. This, however, will change to its opposite sign, which is a negative 4 because you have moved it to the other side. Therefore, this would look like divide by 2, divide by 2. Your x is greater than or equal to 10. And how does this look like on a graph? Because whenever you are solving, I want you also to graph it. So how would this look like in a graph? This is how. So you're going to have your number line starting with the point that you got, which is a 10, and this definitely is 11, and this definitely is a 9. You're going to put a dot, and it says that x is greater than or equal, so you're going to shade your dot and you're going to point the arrow to the right side because it's greater than. For our example number 2, we have negative 3 parentheses x plus 1 close parentheses less than or equal to negative 18. What we're going to do first is we have to distribute the negative 3 to x and positive 1. So let us begin. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. By the way, I forgot, you have to write your inequality symbol first. Negative 3 times a positive 1 is a negative 3. Copy this down. To isolate this, we need to remove the negative 3 and move it to the other side. So that would mean that this would look like this. Sign of negative 3 changes to positive because it moved to the other side, and this now will remain as negative 3x. So now this will turn to a negative 15, and this is negative 3x. And I will have to divide this side by negative 3. I will have to divide this by negative 3. And now x is greater than or equal to positive 5. Let's discuss this. Even before we have started the lesson, I said already that if you're going to multiply or divide by a negative number, your sign would flip. So therefore, this is the answer. And for some of you that are looking at this and thinking that you can, there's another way. The other way is you can do negative 3x, and this is less than or equal to negative 15. You can actually do this. I don't know if you will agree with me, but this can go here, which will be a positive 15, and this can go to the other side, which will be a positive 3x. Remember, I said that you can do that. Now, you don't have to divide by a negative number. This is positive. Divide by this. So x is not less than, because you're going to read it from the x. So the x is greater than or equal to 5. Guys, these two are the same. Therefore, the graph would look like this. 5 here at the middle. This is 6. This is 4. Again, shaded circle. And it says greater. This is also x greater. So it's going to the right. Okay, for our example number 3. It is 4 plus x over 3 less than 6. So the first thing that we can do to isolate your x is to remove this and put it on the other side. So the symbol first, 6 minus 4 and you now have x over 3. All right? So now you have x over 3 less than 2. All right. Can some of you tell me how you can remove the 3 at the bottom? Okay, very good. To remove the 3 at the bottom, we do the inverse because that's divide. The inverse of this is multiply. So times it by 3. Whatever you do on this side, you do on the other side. Therefore, this cancels out and turns into a 1 because you know that this has a denominator of 1. Therefore, on this side, you now just have 1x or x less than 6. So x less than 6 is your answer. Therefore, your graph would look like this. 6 right here. On the right is 7. On the left is 5. You put the circle unshaded because there's no equal sign. And you go to the left because it says less.